All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are in the garage today, and we are working on the Aristo. So if you guys haven't tuned into the channel before, my name is Chris, diehard Toyota guy. I'm always tinkering with something. As you can see, I've got a pretty busy workbench here, but the project that we're working on today for the Aristo is a JDM parking pole. These are typically going to be installed on the front opposite corner than the driver. And this antenna rises, I call it an antenna. This parking pole, it's a power parking pole that rises similar to a power antenna. And it basically just helps the driver see where the front corner of their car is. Now, something that's pretty funny that I've learned about this, Japanese culture wants what they can't have that the Americans get. The Americans want what the Japanese have that we can't get. And we look at these things as like, oh man, this is like super cool, you know, JDM stuff. And we want it, I want it. I'm absolutely of that mindset. But in Japanese culture, a lot of people look at these in Japan as, oh, you don't know how to drive your car. So it's pretty funny. You guys will delete these, and I actually think that's what happened to my car. Is I think that a previous owner in Japan deleted it. So I wanted to show you guys, you know, how this works on the bench, and then we're going to work on the car and see if we can't get it installed. So just for bench testing purposes, we're going to wire this guy up so I can show you guys what it does. We're just going to use a 12-volt battery. I've got my E3 lithium battery here, and we are going to connect this guy on the harness, if I can find it. We've got our negative there, and when I connect the positive, this parking pole is going to rise just like a power antenna would. So there you go. Like I said, this rises. The tip here actually lights up. I'm not gonna test that right now. I'll show that to you guys later. And then you reverse this, and the pole retracts. So like I said, this is just a pretty cool piece of JDM culture. It's not something that we have in the States. And being that the Aristo is a imported right-hand drive car, I love having all of those little quirky things that the Japanese had. This is not actually for the car. Finding one for a Toyota Aristo, I have not seen one. Guys in groups have posted that they've looked for 3 years and couldn't ever find one. So this model is actually from a Lexus LS430. One, the shape's a little bit different. I'm gonna have to shave down some of these parts here, and we'll end up getting through all that. And then I'm also gonna have to build a bracket because this one didn't come with a bracket. I'm not even sure if the bracket would have worked. So let's go ahead and start working on the car. And before we pull the bumper off, I wanna try to take a look and get some measurements for the size and where this bracket needs to be. So being a right-hand drive car, driver's gonna be there, and this is the front corner where that parking pole would go. And it's tough to see, but right there, you can see that there was kind of a repair. So from the inside of the bumper, I can also see it. So hopefully removing whatever this patch is won't be too difficult. But to get started, we are going to take this wheel off, get this fender liner out of the way so that we can take a look at how I'm going to mount that, because I've got to make a custom bracket. Now that we've got this wheel off, let's go ahead and get this fender liner out. We've got a couple down here, screws, and we've got 2 up here. That should get this loose enough so we can pull this out of the way and see what's going on inside this bumper. All right, now that we've got this fender liner out of the way, let's see if we can't get in here and take a look. So this is the inside of the bumper. So this is where it's gonna sit. And I think there's a hole right here that I've seen in some pictures online. I think this is a hole that I can use for mounting it, so I'll need to build the bracket to fit there. But let's see if we can't hold the pole up here and see what that looks like. That tab that I showed you guys, I think that's going to be the only mounting option I have outside of trying to like attach with like epoxies or something, a mount to the physical bumper surface itself, which I'm worried won't hold. So I marked where that tab is on the bumper, like a reference mark. So let's go ahead and get this bumper off and see about opening up that hole so that I can get this parking pole mounted. To get this bumper off, you've got a couple of mounts up here, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there's quite a few on the bottom. So you just, as you look around, you'll take those, check them out. Make sure if you've got fog lights, you get those harnesses unplugged, or go ahead and remove them from the bumper beforehand. But let's go ahead and get this thing off. So back inside the bumper, guys, 2 bolts that we've got to get off are going to be this guy here on the end, and then this one, there's a nut there that we've got to take off as well. So we should be able to get this bumper off now. One more screw. So it turns out there are 3. So you've got a screw here, a screw here, and then you've got another one way up top here. So just to kind of point out some stuff, as you guys can see, these things normally don't come with a big front mount intercooler, so they had to cut the crash bar in order to get this to fit. The screws that I was referencing, like I said, you've got one up here at the top, and you've got another one here. So these are going to be nuts on the inside of the bumper, and then the last one is a screw that goes here. So that's what was holding me back from getting the bumper off. But yeah. Faceless Toyota Aristo. On the inside of the bumper though, this is that repair that I was talking about, guys. I'm gonna have to drill that out and clean it up so that we can fit the antenna. And then, where are those marks? Here are the marks that I put on the bumper that show how long. Once I get the pole mounted, these marks are where I need that mount to be. All right, hopefully you guys can see right there is where that repair patch is. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start from the inside just to make sure that I'm not seeing things. We're gonna start from the inside, we're gonna just drill a pilot hole there, and then we are gonna come back outside and we're gonna use a step bit to slowly open this up. We're gonna take it nice and slow because we only want this hole big enough that the trim piece is gonna fit and cover up any damage that we do. Well, as you guys saw, this thing's covered in Bondo and it all just popped. So I should have started from the outside. Lessons learned, but let's go ahead and get this hole opened up. Now that we've got this hole real close, we're gonna fine tune with a file, because again, we don't want to take too much material. Now that we've got this hole made, I can show you guys how this mounts. So this is a clamp system. You've got the inside and the outside. You got the inside and the outside here. So this just slides up. This goes over the top, and you've got this trim piece that goes. So once you get this guy on, this is just going to get sandwiched in the bumper from this piece on the inside. Now this is a really tight fit, and I honestly don't really want to make a bracket, but this is a good amount of weight just hanging on this plastic, so I am still going to go ahead and build that bracket that we talked about, or at least I'm going to try to. But once this is sandwiched in nice and tight, you guys can see how that sits. Let's go ahead and get it powered up. So as we did on the bench, guys, I'm just going to energize the harness. And there is our parking pole. So for this bracket, we don't need anything super strong here. I just want to give something that's going to prevent it from bouncing. So we've got some sheet aluminum, and we'll get this cut to size and fitted here to connect to that mount that's under the bumper. Okay, we've got our rough shape made out for this bracket. And what we've got to do now is we've got to get this mounted to the bumper, and then we're going to hang the bumper so that we can see where this is going to line up so we can put this other hole. All right, we've got this bracket off. I did have to slot this a little bit so that I can cant it up because I cut this a little too low, but we've got our hole marked on where it's going to connect on the bumper. So let's go ahead and get that drilled out, and then we're ready to finally mount this thing. All right, we got the final adjustments made on this. Not a ton of meat there, but again, this is just a little something to help it stop bouncing so much. Get this reattached. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the bumper off so that I can double check the wiring. As I mentioned, the car has the switch and everything in it already, and the wiring harness for the motor. But one of the things that I noticed is apparently Toyota wired the LS and the Aristo a little differently. So this connector, perfectly correct. This one, however, I don't know why, but this matches the, this is the exact same connector that's on the car. So it's got the female. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewire that, but let's get this thing on. Okay, so before we get this mounted back to the car, as I mentioned, this is the lighting wire for the parking pole. And so for some reason, US market versus Japanese market, Toyota flipped these. And so my Aristo has this exact same connector on it. So what we're going to do, I found these pretty slick connectors on Amazon, and they just slide together to 2-wire, and it just presses down. So we're going to try these out on the car. You get one side. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that connected. There's really no reason to take it apart. I'm going to cut this back some. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this wire so I can save that lead. This way, if I ever actually come across the correct matching end of this, I can actually try to reinstall it back on. Then to install these, all you do is push this wire through and clamp down on it. That's it, guys. Got that clamped in. And we're going to put this on the other side of the car. And we're going to do the same thing here to this wire. Like I said, I want to save some of this harness. And then for here, we're just going to do the same thing, push these wires through, clamp it shut. That's it, guys. And this is just going to plug in to the other side. There we go, guys. We've got the car back on the ground. The bumper is reattached. Again, we've got 2 nuts there, a screw there. You've got your 4 up top that we put back on. And then you have another 2 here and here. So, but you can spot the antenna. I am gonna have to get some paint work and stuff done because, again, you guys saw that Bondo pop off. My whole bumper needs work. The lip needs work, you know. So, not too stressed about it right now, but I am so thrilled to have that parking pole back on. And let's check out what it looks like from the car. And there's the pole, guys. It's even lit up right now because I've got parking lights on. So there's that little LED. And man, I gotta love the cool little JDM stuff. So very fitting to the car. So what do you guys think? Is this JDM parking pole something that you guys would go out of your way to add back to a car if it got deleted? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's dumb? Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious. I love it. That's all that matters. I hope that you guys are having fun building your own cars. The Aristo, fun little project today. We got this knocked out. Bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline. I've got some diagnostics that we've got to do to the car as well. So be sure to stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe button, guys, and we'll see you next time.